Hey guys, welcome back. Carter, BitsBeTrippin. Let's get right into this. So, what a week. We've had some pullbacks on some of the major cap currencies. Dogecoin had its kind of peak at about 75 cents. And then after Elon showed up on SNL, had some funny memes on it. I actually enjoyed that SNL episode. The Chad part of it was pretty choice. But the market didn't really respond to it in a good way. Dogecoin's been pulled back quite a bit. It went from 75 cents down to about 50 cents, been holding out. And then we've had stuff like Uniswap and a couple of the other currencies kind of pull back too, by making some room for Shiba Inu and a few of these currencies that have, really running on the community and coattails of the meme coins. Now, this could offer its own video where I would call it more of an opinion piece than really the technicals when it comes to, what's it providing, what's the value proposition. We'll save that one almost for a live stream. I'd like to get into that conversation with somebody that is part of one of the community there, just to allow them to talk to what their, look and value proposition is, make a case as it were, and see what all of us old school crypto people are missing here. When I have these conversations with you guys on the fundamentals, what's the project, what's the development team, what are they trying to move the needle with? When I bring up projects like Ravencoin, that was a fair market launch. Anybody and everybody could have mined it right away. It did add some innovation when it came to restricted assets. It does have the code base of Bitcoin, inherits the security, did adjust its algorithm a couple times to ensure that there was a large decentralized approach when it came to the mining, where you could get free market GPUs. Anybody could go to a store, add a GPU to a mining rig, and participate. But as of right now, those fundamentals are kind of held back with some of the quick flash to bang currencies that are coming out here that get instant market liquidity because they get added to the large liquidity centers such as Coinbase, Webull, and if deployed on Ethereum as an ERC20, can inherit the protocol flexibility of being included as part of the DeFi market, where you could just go to one of many dexes, 1inch, Uniswap, PancakeSwap, and be able to be traded right back into any other token. So there is a huge advantage that I don't think is really covered much by many people, that if you do deploy on something like Ethereum, you do have instant liquidity access through the dexes. So you don't have to worry about getting listed somewhere and all of that sort of thing. The strongest contention right now, that it comes back down to how much are the Ethereum fees, not just to transact, but we look at like the Ethereum gas prices if you're sending Ethereum from point A to point B, but really if you're using a DEX where you're actually calling a smart contract. And the reason why these cost more is because you actually have to have certain amounts of gas for some of the opcode execution there, interaction with the smart contract. You're paying for a lot more overhead activity on Ethereum, thereby you pay a lot more fees because you're just not doing a transfer from point to point. You're competing with the automatic market makers and somebody that could possibly front run your transaction to, offer a better deal, and then it costs you more. And if you don't pay enough gas, then it gets kicked out, and then you're kind of screwed. Now, anybody mining in the last few days, especially on Ethereum, have seen a massive increase in fees, and without EIP 1559 right now, still all of these fees are being distributed to the mining pools that win the block, and then of course the miners that are providing hash rate to the mining pools. If the mining pool wins, you're getting that share of that PPLNS division of that numerator denominator. How much hash power do you have versus the pool have, and what's your payout, in addition to if the pool was good at doing some MEV extraction there and then paying you out a portion of that. So over the last few days, especially if you've been mining, you've actually seen a pretty substantial increase, up to 3x. Most of those blocks were around 7 to 8 Ethereum at periods of time, and even right now it's sitting at about 6.5, which is about 2x of what it's been. It's been around 3.1 ETH per block over the last few weeks, and it actually even pulled back down to 2.7, which is the 2 block reward plus about 0.7 on the transaction fee. Now we are coupling that with about a almost 600 terahash total network, which is a little over 100% increase and no showing of stopping, as Bitmain and Silicon and other ASIC manufacturers have announced new ASICs up to almost 3 gigahash per unit. Now, over the next few days, I'm going to be covering kind of where's this hash rate going to go post 1559. Is there going to be a pullback, and an update to the model? And most of you guys have seen the model. I'll show you kind of an example here right now, but there is some updating to this. I'm going to do some additional calculus, and let's take a look at this. It's been a couple months. Let's see where the hash rate has went. We've had ETC that's grown a lot in price. We've had some bumps in Ravencoin around 15 cents, 20 cents. Where does this hash rate go, and what are we looking at here in the future? So stick around. I'll catch you guys on the next one here. We got a new editor starting. Can't wait to get into this with you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this content. I'll catch you on the next one.